The temporal titan towered above Kale, its silhouette flickering between decades, sometimes young and polished metal, sometimes ancient and corroded. Every shift in its form bent the chamber around it. The titan raised an arm. Time in the room stopped. Dust froze mid-air. Light halted mid-glow. Kyle's heartbeat paused, painfully suspended in his chest. But the manual had taught him something critical. Time may freeze, but the architect stands outside it. Kyle forced his consciousness beyond the stopped moment. It was like pushing through thickened honey, but he moved. The titan's eyes widened, slowly, like avalanches taking minutes to fall. Kyle gathered everything he had and bent space upward, launching himself toward the titan's head. He struck with a compressed gravity well, an implosion of spatial force. The titan staggered, cracking. But then, time resumed. All at once, a temporal shockwave blasted the citadel apart. Kyle flew backward, smashing into a collapsing clock tower. Through the ringing in his ears, he heard the titan's verdict. "Your resistance confirms your corruption. Termination required." Kyle coughed blood, vision blurring. "I can't beat this thing." Not like this. But he didn't have a choice. The titan extended its hands. Between them formed a spiraling vortex, a timefall collapse. Anything caught in it would be erased from existence, not just killed. Kyle rolled aside as the vortex tore through the ground, erasing stone into white nothingness. He warped space to escape, but the titan reshaped the timeline around him, rewinding his position back into the line of fire. "It can rewrite my movement?" He folded time defensively, creating a temporal echo, a duplicate of himself displaced by 3 seconds. The vortex devoured the echo instead. Kyle panted. He was burning through energy faster than ever before. The titan spoke. "Your form is weak. Your heart is unstable. You are not worthy of the construct." Kyle clenched his fists. "I don't need your approval." The titan turned its head slightly, almost confused. Kyle reached deep, drawing power from the cracks of space around him. The Citadel's failing time core was leaking raw seconds, dangerous, unstable, perfect. He seized a handful of shimmering time light and bent it. His hand ignited in swirling white and blue. He hurled the improvised time spear straight at the titan's chest. The explosion was blinding. The titan roared, its voice shaking timelines themselves, but it did not fall. Instead, it changed. It evolved. Its eyes blazed. Termination priority escalated. Kale whispered, "Oh no." The titan surged forward. Its fist crashed into the ground where Kyle had stood, creating a crater miles deep as stone aged into dust mid-impact. Kyle teleported frantically through folding space, but every second he survived cost him more power. The titan struck again. A wave of reversed time hit Kyle, forcing him to relive the pain of his last injury. His arm, previously healed, reopened with fresh blood. He screamed, he fell, and then a vision flooded his mind. He saw a woman standing on a cliff under a fractured sky, her cloak rippling with impossible geometries. The original architect. She turned, looking directly at him through the memory. "Do not fear the titan," she said. "It was made for one purpose, to kill me, to kill you, but it has a flaw." Kyle's breath steadied. "A flaw?" She raised a finger. "Titans cannot act without a timeline. Remove the timeline, and you remove the titan." Kyle jolted back to reality. The titan loomed above him, ready to crush him. Kyle whispered, "End the timeline." He closed his eyes. He bent time outward, grabbing the thread of the current moment itself, and snapped it. Everything went dark. The world did not freeze. It simply stopped existing. No sound, no gravity, no space, no light, no time. Only Kyle. He stood inside a void, total nothingness. The titan, however, was dissolving, its form melting into sparks of temporal dust. Without a timeline, it had no anchor. The Titan's voice, faint and distorted, whispered, "Forbidden technique." Kyle whispered back, "Goodbye." The Titan fully disintegrated. Kyle inhaled sharply and restored the timeline. Light returned. Gravity returned. Reality snapped back like elastic. He collapsed to his knees, chest heaving. The Titan was gone, but the Citadel was collapsing around him. Time storms erupted everywhere. Blue lightning tore through hallways. Reality flickered between decades. A child's toy became an ancient relic, then dust, then metal again. Kale forced himself up. He used the last of his strength to bend space and escaped the Citadel just as it exploded in a burst of unbound time. He landed hard outside, skidding across the broken ground. He was alive, barely, but he had killed a Titan, and the world would feel that. By the time Kale reached the city's edge, the sky above Celestis trembled with golden light. Announcements blared from sky screens, images of Kale, his face, his name. A woman's cold voice echoed across the entire city. "Attention, citizens. This is High Counselor Ariane of the Gifted Council." Kale froze. An unregistered void has manifested forbidden abilities and destroyed the Time Division Citadel. This individual is classified as a world-level threat. Any who aid him will be treated as accomplices. Kyle's heart sank. The screen shifted to a live image of Lyra, his sister, kneeling on the ground, hands bound by glowing restraints. Kyle staggered backward. "No, no, no, no!" Lyra lifted her head just enough to whisper into the camera, "Kale, don't come for me. Run, please!" A guard shoved her down. Kale trembled violently. His vision shook with fury. His power responded. Space cracked around him like a broken mirror. Time warped in spirals around his fists. He whispered, voice breaking into a promise the world would regret, "I'm coming for you, Lyra." And the world itself bent in fear.